And with this segment here, wanted to shed a little light on this other concept I see, persecutory dark, what I call it, is double standard, and it's just something that needs to be illuminated, and it's in regards to the persecution on my body of work, my literature, my art, and at this point everybody see that it's absolutely tremendous, what I'm saying, it's gargantuan. This attack on just one person, and you see it's a situation that was, it outlived, my circumstances, like as far as it predated my circumstances, put it like that. And, and mainly this concept I want to speak on is like, this concept of recycling. Okay, now, think about the technicalities of this situation before I get to the best part of it. If you think about it, it's people that's in different industries. You got various types of creators. You got people that specialize in words, then people in visual arts, then people in more, it's discovery and all these different types of things. So it's different ways you could look at it. Now me being a person that like words is closer to my I'm a writer, I'm an author. You know what I'm saying? I write novels, stories, things that, because of what I've been going through, I hadn't had opportunity to get to, but I'm still that. I do that also. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I create arts, with words. I create arts, of various types. And so, as anybody know, you got other people, and some people make music. You know what I'm saying? They make songs and stuff like that. That's what they do in their life. Now, if you think about the technicalities of it, okay, if you apply what you're saying, like what, like as far as, because the concept of recycling, quote unquote, has been used to discredit my success or discredit my art. So that makes room for the scam that's against me. And so, when you think about it, if you apply the concept of recycling, anytime you speak some truth or some sense, then that's when they keep imposing exile on me illegally. It's like it's a non-stop hunting and affliction of an innocent person by the country. It's like to no end, they obsessively, cynically is just preyed on my life day and night for nothing. I did nothing wrong. And it's constantly continuing, what I'm saying, for being a natural artist. And they use these double standards and they constantly trying. And so with this one, this concept of recycling, if you apply that to, people, artists who make music and stuff, it's the situation like, okay, think about it. These people, what I'm saying, every time, like if they make a song in I don't care, in the 1800s, you feel me, and somebody play it today, then that's recycling, you feel me? That's called recycling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you apply what they're saying to my art, to them, you know what I'm saying, which how it should be, then that's recycling. You feel me? They're recycling, like every time somebody play their stuff, then that person or their stuff is being recycled. You feel me? That's the situation. Now, I'm an author, so I'm a writer. I started off a writer, what I'm saying, or an author. I had no, what I'm saying, like that wasn't my dream. You feel me? That wasn't my dream. I had bigger dreams. It was to contingencies and brackets that did not exist that I wanted to do. But they clip your wings early so you can't reach that height. You know what I'm saying? They do that on purpose. And so if you apply that, and so because of all this thing that's happened, what I'm saying, I had the abilities, the talents and abilities to like transcend all, limits and everything, and whatever I decided to set my hand to do. You know what I'm saying? So if it was like with psalmistry, artistry, music, any of these things, what I'm saying, if that's what I wanted to do, what I'm saying, I could have easily, what I'm saying, surpassed all limits and all these different things. They knew that. They already knew that. You know what I'm saying? So they always had this, they was doing these smear campaigns, premeditated, pre-planned, all this stuff they put against my life. I didn't know who was doing it. I know it was happening though. And it was accompanied with violent, extreme violence for no reason. I followed God, Christianity, everything, day and night, 365. It's still there. You know what I'm saying? This is what's happening. They was doing all this stuff in order to destroy my options and opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand at the time. So because of what they did, then that made certain, career paths or unavailable to me because of how they sabotaged me. And so they apply these things like concept of recycling and things like that on against my legacy you know, when it does not even apply. You feel me? And that's the kind of things they attack me with. It's something that's inapplicable. It don't apply. You know, like they always been trying to like force me into these boxes that they had already pre-planned and staged for me. Somebody created these boxes that they planned for Eli to be in. They planned for me to be in these, confined to these boxes. But then when the truth manifests, that you know, I was bigger than the boxes. You feel me? So now they got to try to take me out, kill me. And so I've been getting, you know, consecutive attempts on my life over the past couple of days. It's been just, but for me personally, it's normal because I've been going through it every year. You feel me? 365. And that's like, but now everybody see that's the difference. Everybody see what I'm talking about. They seen these past couple of days in plain sight. You just see a living, breathing, you know, example of the types of evil demon tactics and strategies that's been happening against my life. And it's been a collusion, massive collusion, you know, it's no loyalties, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. It's just, you know, evil. You know, somebody they on a mission, you feel me? It's people that's on a mission, you know, not just the fans of people, but actually them too, you know, behind the scenes, trying to disinvent an innocent creator just because of some scam that they created or some scam that they spread. They're trying to make lies become truth. And they have immunity to do whatever they got to do to make that into the case. You know, make that become the situation. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to make lies into the truth, and then they have immunity to do whatever it takes to make lies they told on somebody and biases and to confirm them and create them and make them. You feel me? And that's what's been going on the whole time in plain sight. You know what I'm saying? They've been constantly allowed to try to make lies be true. You know what I'm saying? Doing everything they can. You know, and if it don't work, they rather even try to destroy the world. Like, it's people like that. They like not stable at all. You know, but they want to do everything they can to make lies be true in the interest of their favorites and stuff like that. And it's just weird. But this concept of recycling is not applicable because, you know, just like you got people who got, you know, they got works of art that people esteem, you know, and endow, whatever, like people love, you know. If somebody, you know, okay, if somebody create new stuff, you feel me, and then people look at their old stuff and see it there, then that's recycling. Technically, it's like, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. For, you know, when you think about it, like, oh, okay, it's like you a creator or you not. You know, it's not a situation that would apply to, especially to no author or no writer, because it's not being used on no other author, especially of varying races, you feel me, and other ethnicities. Like, you know, it's plenty of people with bestsellers and, you know, all kind of things, just because of this thing they doing in my life in order to prevent me from ever being on wax. You know what I'm saying? They don't mean they can apply things that they wouldn't apply to people that are on wax, you know, to destroy, you know, and discredit my legacy and my career, because it's their fault in the first place that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? That I couldn't be the best that I could be for God, because they've been a stumbling block on purpose, intentionally, to ensure that I can't be the best that I could be for God, for some type of ideologies and notions that they had, you know, superficial, you know, that wasn't even relevant. Or, you know, it ain't nothing substantial or reason enough to do somebody's life like this, you know what I'm saying, to bring about this result. And that's the situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm an author fighting for my arts. You know what I'm saying? Fundamentally. Everything else is an attack on my arts. Everything against me is just an elaborate, sophisticated, you know, sham. You know what I'm saying? Made to disinvent an unnatural creator, you know, by people who want others to be me. Because the God in me won't allow me to be what they wanted me to be. Think about it. So they got to disinvent the real me, destroy me, have my stuff, give it all to somebody else, make it seem like somehow it's not me, so that justify them destroying the real me, so I can't create new content. You know what I'm saying? Because if I create new content, it's better than the stuff that their favorites could ever do. You know what I'm saying? And that's a situation. Then when I mention this attack I'm under, then they say you're talking about people. So guess what that does? That justifies them to come for your life. What they already been doing for 23 years. You feel me? It's like it made it impossible for me, a servant of God, to be successful on purpose. You know what I'm saying? They want me to fit into these boxes, and if I don't, then they got to destroy me. It's like, it's no, you know, this country is Babylon, man. Like, this is anti-God, you know, territory. You know, I just got attacked, lethally, fatally, fatal attacks, over the past couple of these days, just for doing nothing but let my talent, my natural skill and talent, be shown. For being great, they trying to take my life. No other reason, literally. Every other reason been disproven. And so with this situation, like recycling, no, it don't apply to me, you know what I mean? I could love and admire my stuff that I create with my hands as long as I want to. And anybody who love quality stuff and love God and love art, they can do the same thing. You feel me? They can admire the stuff of a natural, original artist and creator for as long as they want to, because they've been doing that already since before I even came. So why now? I mean, it's obviously my stuff ain't leeching. It's obviously my stuff is all mine. You know what I'm saying? I suppose the scam how they got certain people, they gave certain people immunity and passage into my life where they just nest in my life or just like leech and steal and just assimilating ideas and things that I create. Time I create them like a cow. You feel me? That's what they're doing. And then destruction's known for over 3 years. Now the whole country knows. So at this point, it's like, I don't know what the solution is, but the continuation of it is definitely not the solution of it. I'm certainly sure, but that's what's going on. I'm an innocent man, and then they're killing me to steal my art and ideas and aesthetics and vibes, energy, personality, everything about me. Like they say I'm a fossil. They eat all my substance. You feel me? If I got a problem with it, I got to be exiled. Or I got to be silenced or framed so I can be silenced or anything. All these other nouns in the equation are contributing and working a part of the same pre-existing, 7+ year hate crime. That artists are trying to steal a person's stuff. It's all just an elaborate, sophisticated demon conspiracy. But it's real life. It's not a theory. And that's what's going on. So, things like the recycling and all that, I ain't really have to speak on it, but it just, it's just annoying things. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? It don't fit the situation. It's not even applicable to my legacy. You feel me? And just because that people sabotage my life to limit my legacy, don't mean they can impose those limits that they created on my life. Because I'm not confined by that. And everybody see that. You feel me?